Welcome to Come Back Travel. Thank you so much for sharing some of your time with us. We greatly appreciate it. My name is Terry Legacy, and I am all about assisting you on your comeback journey. You know, I said I was going to stop by today and talk about something that's really been on my mind. That being, you know, felt like someone's crawling on my neck. Like, what? I'm be playing that. Anyway, long story short, I was just thinking about all the funny and well put together videos that are out there and how entertaining they are. But at the same time, when I look around, I see so many people still losing in such a big way. I mean, big way. And I got this thing about like I don't think if I don't think that you should be spending a lot of time on uh, your entertainment if your life or the life of your family is not where you want it to be. See, by the time I get to, by the time you get to this age, you're thinking about stuff like that. Like I'm 5 kids in, 5 grandkids in, and I know that my time is limited. I'm a limited resource, and my time's gonna run out soon. Um, I plan on being here for a long time, but when I think about being here for a long time, I'm like, I don't want to be out here broke, blind, and crippled, and I don't want my children or my children's children to have to pick up where I left off. I believe in giving. If we take the time to bring a child into this world, it is my belief that we should provide them with a platform that'll launch them off where they can at least be on a level playing field. I'm not saying that we need to spend our whole lives trying to give our kids everything because that's one of the problems going on in the world today. Our kids, we've so much despised what we had to go through when we were coming up that we try to make it easier for our kids, not realizing, hey, look, there was there was some principle in a lot of stuff our parents were telling us, and then of course everybody's situation is different because everybody was raised differently. My friend and I, we talk all the time about uh, how different our lives were from some of our friends, and it was because our parents did take time to do a couple of things right. I mean, they did a lot of things right. But when I'm talking about leveling the playing field, they did a couple of things right. Now, we were rebellious and did not take advantage of everything, which I'm sure that's a lot of people's story. But there was a lot of good things that were done for us as kids. But, you know, uh, these videos remind me of one time back in the 90s, maybe in the early 2000s. My ex-husband and I, we were at home, and I had a computer, and he had just opened up a restaurant and was looking for some restaurant equipment and went on the computer to do so. And he clicked on a link, and the link took him to some porn site. It was my computer. I wasn't watching porn, so it wasn't coming from me. And he hadn't been in there long enough just to sit there. He knew I was coming right behind him. It's like I'm going to look at some porn. But anyway, he clicked on the link, looking for some restaurant equipment. As he was trying to get out, it just kept looping him through, looping him through, looping him through, and he could not get out of it. And he was so flustered and he was so aggravated by it because he didn't want me to think that he was watching porn. Another instance, a girlfriend and I, along with my mother and my sister, we were going on a girls' weekend trip up to Virginia Beach. And we said, well, we'll take part of the trip that evening when everybody got off work, and then we'd finish the trip up in the morning, getting up to Virginia Beach. So we stopped and we stayed at a Holiday Inn. It was a nice Holiday Inn. It wasn't anything, slummy or anything like that. And it was so funny because like we were really steeped in the church at that time, and we would have never ordered porn or been looking at porn. And I remember my friend taking the remote control and trying to cut the TV on. The TV came on, and this porn came up, and you would have thought that she saw Jesus himself looking at her. It was so funny. We were trying to help her outside of laughing because her reaction to it was just hilarious. Anyway, long story short, once it was over, we were trying to get it cut off because she could never get it to cut off. And I said, "Well, let me see the remote." And I looked at the remote, and ironically, the remote didn't even have a battery in it. We were like, "What?" But yeah, so it was just funny. That was the time when porn's been out forever. It's not anything new, but it was at a time when they were really promoting it. It was really getting out to the everyday, ordinary public much more easily than it was before. Because dial-up was the thing back then. The internet was new and everybody was just going in and exploring. Well, it kind of reminds me of today, 2024, when I get friends that send me videos all the time because we love a good laugh. We're serious about life, but we ain't dead. We do like to have fun. And so people send me videos, and I just noticed that before the video is over, another video comes on. And you're sitting there laughing and laughing. You got all this entertainment at your fingertips. And before you know it, 30 minutes have gone by. Before you know it, now hours gone by. And you haven't done anything that you had planned on doing because you're sitting there watching someone else's success while you're possibly losing in life. And I think that that's just a tragedy, a travesty. I just don't think that that's what you signed up for. You know, um, I think about teams like the Dallas Wings. If you follow the WNBA at all, I'm a big WNBA fan, and so I do like to watch the games sometimes. And I think about the Dallas Wings and Enrique Agabawali, and just please forgive me if I messed up her name, but she's one of the greatest female basketball players that's out there now. And yet, and still, that team is struggling getting from the bottom of the stats. And unless they figure out a way to start winning, they're gonna continue to have a losing season, which, in my opinion, they're gonna figure it out. Even if it's not this season, they'll figure it out and they'll come back strong next season. But the thing about it is, it's just like most of us. You know, uh, we have not paid the required price to get the lifestyle that our future me, your future you, is going to appreciate. Because see, by the time you get in your 40s and 50s, life starts getting real, real. For some people, it's even before then. But that's when you see a lot of the sicknesses and diseases that have been growing up inside of you uh, for a long time begin to surface. And it changes the game. Things are not quite as funny. You know, life gets hard. You wake up one day, you can just sneeze and about blow your back out. You just, things just begin to happen as you get older. And, my question to you today, because I didn't plan on being before you long, but I just want to kind of provoke your thought here. My question to you today is what would it take for you or your team, your family, your friends, your circle? What would it take for you all to win bigger? An even better question: what value would you place on a better version of yourself? Would that version be like a knockoff, on original because it does make a difference in the value, because the truth of the matter is, as we all currently possess every, this is gonna blow your mind when you really think about it. Take time, break this down, and think about it. We currently possess everything we have ever wanted or deserved, and this is based on what we've handed out to date. Our possessions, our savings, our lifestyle, they're an exact mirror of us, our efforts, and what we've handed out to society. If we're not happy with what we have received, it's because as of yet we've not paid the required price, and there is a price for freedom. Freedom is not free, and it's not something you just jump up and do either. It is a journey. And so, anyway, long story short, again, I just I want to give you some food for thought today, and I want you to actually answer the question. Leave a comment, and because I'd like to hear what you have to say. It'd be very interesting to me because a lot of people are losing and they don't even realize it. They're so busy having fun and laughing their way through life, and they don't realize they're losing till they see someone else they actually know in real life winning, and they have a couple of responses. They're either jealous, they're either startled, or if they like me, they're gonna celebrate. I love to see people win because the more people win, the more hope other people that are not winning have. The more they're able to say, look, I can get up because if one person does it, another person can do it. Nobody has any special powers. Everybody just have work ethics. Some people work harder at things than others. Some people don't believe they can do things. Some people have had some a hard past. They have been what we used to call dealt a raw hand. I mean, a raw deal. Please forgive me. They've been dealt a raw deal. Well, the truth of the matter is, anybody, if they want to, can get up. It is a choice. We all can be more and do more than we're currently doing, and change uh, the whole next generation of ours. We can all do it. It's just who's willing to stand up, who's willing to raise their hand and say, "Look, I'm in. I want to do it. I'm tired of losing. I'm struggling. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Uh, bills. As soon as I pay one bill, it seems like another one is due. We just uh my kids are acting up. Um, you know, I can't kick this nicotine habit. Uh, I spend most of my money on drugs and alcohol, just whatever the situation is. I just am crazy enough to believe there is somebody that wants to get up in life. There's somebody who all they need is a team around them, a group, a different circle that will embrace their dream and not ridicule it. A group of people that will cheer you on instead of judging you or sit back waiting for you to fail. Because in our culture, that's a real thing. People, you get up, you try to get up and do something, and people sit back talking about, yeah, let's see how this work out for you. Because they already know your path, and that's what they judging you on. But never let anyone hold you to where they met you at. Because see, people go through different phases of life. Everything in life has a phase that it goes through. And people go through different phases of life and should never allow anybody to hold them where they met them. Just like if you would have met me in my 20s, oh my God, you'd have been like, yeah, all she want to do is play play spades, dance, have fun, and work as little as possible. Well, that was my early 20s. I was sowing, as they say, I was sowing my wild oats. Because, I ain't, just been here all my life. But if you caught me at the end of my 20s, well, then I got married and I began to have children. And life changed. Life got real. It got serious because I take responsibility very serious. If I took time to bring somebody into this world, I feel obligated to give them the best that I can because that's what was done for me. You know, my parents didn't have to. If you know my story, they were divorced, but they loved and fought for me. You know, they couldn't figure out how to do it for each other, but they did it for me. And I'm so thankful for that because it gave me hope that I could win. Now, I didn't know when I was going to win, but it gave me hope that I could win. And I believe that everybody should have that opportunity. Um, some people are saying, well, you just don't know what I've been through. Well, it can't be no worse than what I've been through. Yeah. I've been raped. Yeah. I've been molested. Yeah. I've had a house foreclosed on. Yeah. I had a vehicle repossessed. Yeah. I have a child in jail. Yeah. I have uh, children struggling with drugs and alcohol. Yeah. Uh, my parents are aging and need assistance from time to time. Yeah. I've lived paycheck to paycheck. hmm I've been in bad relationships. Yeah. Uh, I have thought it not necessary to really go all in life because I looked like I was winning when I wasn't. hmm yeah, I've been stabbed in the back by friends and family. Yeah. I've been let down. Yeah. You know, my point is this: you can't really name anything that would put you in a category where it's yeah, you can't bounce back. You just can't do it. It's not possible. It is your God given right to get up in life. It is your God given right for good health, for wealth and prosperity. It is your God given right to win in life. Like I say, most people live behind smoke, screens, mirrors, and they the world provides that for you just to hide the truth from you. The world spends most of its time hiding the truth from everyday ordinary people. And so that's why you get frustrated all the time. That's why you can't get up. That's why as soon as you fix one thing, something else goes wrong because it's not designed for you to win. Honey, it's not. It's not. You have to win on purpose. You have to have a strategy. And it's not an overnight deal. It's a journey. You have to go through a journey. But the people you go through this journey with, oh, that's the piano part right there. Yeah, that's the piano part because if you try to do this life with the wrong people, oh yeah, you're gonna be broke, busted, and disgusted. You just are. It just it's a principle. You know, I'm a big Proverbs person. Not because, I'm up in the church and I'm all of that, but I'm all about principles because it's one thing about life. What goes up, gotta come down. What goes in is gonna come out. It's life is based on principles, principles and investments. And I'm not just talking about monetary investments. There are all kind of investments in life. And unless you become or you allow that to become a part of your strategy, you can't win. You can't win. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I went on a weight loss journey. Been a couple of years now. You see, I'm still big. It's in levels. It's a journey. When I started this journey off on weight loss, I was almost 400 pounds. I lost 100 pounds, and then I gained back 30. Ain't that something? But I tell you what, my strategy right now is I'm up every morning, Monday through Saturday, 3 a.m. on that elliptical. And if you keep watching, you're going to see this weight's going to shed and shed and shed. There's so many other people on the same type of journey, and I study them. I look at them, say, "Ooh, okay, boo, that might work right there." But now, here's the thing about it. When I first started out on this journey, because I was working out so hard, I said, "Whoo, honey, I am hungry," and I wasn't really watching, or I didn't have a strategy, a plan for my eating, and I did change that because my grandkids they pick at me all the time. They call me, they be like, "Grandma, what you eat today?" I said, "Salmon, kale, spinach." I mean, I basically eat that every day, you know. And I don't know whether it's healthy or not. I just know that it makes me feel better. The swelling that I used to have, I don't have anymore. Probably because of the consistency in the workout as well. But I just made it a lifestyle. And there's a lot of things that you're going to have to make a lifestyle in order to turn things around. And all I want to do is be a part of the journey. So, anyway, without stretching this out any further, again, um, please leave a comment below and get ready because there are going to be some links that are going to come out. This community is going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and we're going to do some big things together. So I'm looking forward to talking to you again really soon. And again, I just want to thank you. Thank you for sharing your time with us today here at Comeback Travel. And have a great and fantastic day. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, hey.